That's what he tells me.
Well, we can't get a UA because
I know.
he stuck his hand in the cup. Nobody does that. I don't know anybody who would purposely or accidentally stick their hand in a cup of urine.
I just did, when there was no urine, ma'am, I just grabbed the cup. I didn't even.
Yeah, nobody does that. You wasted a UA in this court.
I can.
So, counsel, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I would say that he's 55. And I think his report, he's got child support obligations. He looks, I don't know that he's not diagnosed as mental slowness, but it seems to be. And his jobs, he's not had real good jobs right now. He works at a cook, but he is employed. He's been employed, and I don't know that at this point in time, sentencing the prison is going to really make much difference or correct his behaviors. I would ask you to make him do outpatient treatment. Let's see if give him a chance. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's kind of ridiculous what he says, but give him outpatient.
I would tell you, counsel, outpatient treatment is going to be out of the question. He's going into custody today. So either he's going to prison or either he's going to treatment. Those are his choices. Either he's going to safety. I know they're recommending SADF, but for someone to purposely invalidate a test, that tells me a little bit where he is with regards to his sobriety. So either you have a choice. You can go to safety or you can go to prison. If you wish to go to prison, I will sentence you to 4 years. Which do you choose, prison or treatment?
I'll take treatment.
All right, the court will sentence you to 8 years. Oh, no, I'm being told he stuck his finger in water and in the testing, which I find very suspicious. Yeah, no.
That's true. The other number 2 really bad.
Nobody does that.
And I was trying to take.
Court is calling 2023 CR 0889 State of Texas versus Stephen Wayne Walbarker. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Ron Ross for defense.
Are you Stephen Walbarker? You entered a plea on June 15th, guilty to count 2. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishments be assessed at 8 years in the prison. The state is silent on your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, we have, Judge. And by the way, it's a capital H.
Ah,
Yes, and state is silent, Judge.
all right, if y'all want to, oh yeah, it is a captivate. Okay. And the state is silent. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
We have, judges, just one correction or
Yes.
in the TAP evaluation down about toward the end of it said that he's continued to use marijuana since he was arrested, and he says that's not true. He said since he's arrested, he was using it before, but since that he hasn't used it. That's what he tells me.
Well, we can't get a UA because
I know.
he stuck his hand in the cup. Nobody does that. I don't know anybody who would purposely or accidentally stick their hand in a cup of urine.
I just did, when there was no urine, ma'am, I just grabbed the cup. I didn't even.
Yeah, nobody does that. You wasted a UA in this court.
I can.
So, counsel, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I would say that he's 55, and I think his report, he's got.
This hearing is already heading in a dangerous direction. The judge isn't just focused on the original offense. She's looking at behavior that happened after the conviction. In probation cases, attitude and accountability can matter almost as much as compliance. The defendant is trying to explain her side, but the court keeps returning to one key issue: respect for probation officers and following conditions. What do you think? Does frustration excuse the language used, or is the judge right to draw a hard line?
Child support obligations. He looks, I don't know that he's not diagnosed as mental slowness, but it seems to be. And his jobs, he's not had real good jobs right now. He works at a cook, but he is employed. He's been employed, and I don't know that at this point in time, sentencing the prison is going to really make much difference or correct his behaviors. I would ask you to make him do outpatient treatment. Let's see if give him a chance. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's kind of ridiculous what he says, but. Give him
Oh,
outpatient.
I would tell you, counsel, outpatient treatment is going to be out of the question. He's going into custody today. So either he's going to prison or either he's going to treatment. Those are his choices. Either he's going to safety. I know they're recommending SADC, but for someone to purposely invalidate a test, that tells me a little bit where he is with regards to his sobriety. So either you have a choice. You can go to safety or you can go to prison. If you wish to go to prison, I will sentence you to 4 years. Which do you choose, prison or treatment?
I'll take treatment.
All right, the court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison. Thank you. Suspended and probated for 8 years. Take in consideration 2023 CR 0888. Got to sentence you to safe P, followed by aftercare. There's to be proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be the UA hotline upon release. There's to be no unsupervised contact with.
This is a major turning point because the judge is drawing a clear distinction between what a probation officer can do and what a defendant wants them to do. The defendant sees a personal crisis. The court sees a supervision issue. Probation officers aren't personal assistants. They enforce court-ordered conditions. The judge's repeated question is simple but powerful. If the officer already said he couldn't help, why respond with profanity? That question is starting to become the centerpiece of this entire hearing.
Minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, field visits, 1 time per month for 4 months. And if everything is going well with the field visits, probation, I'm going to want random field visits after that, and you'll be able to pick how often you wish to do that. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Judge, anything else?
Anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes.
All right. You do have a right to appeal since there were issues raised through pretrial motions. But however, this is a felony conviction. You're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition, any body armor or anything of that nature. Do you understand? If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is or body armor, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? We can go off the record. Mr. Wahlberger, here's the thing. When I ask for people to do UAs, sometimes I know that people are going to come in and they're going to be positive. I can see the signs when people are going to be positive. The reason why I'm asking is because I'm trying to determine 1, your level of truthfulness, and 2, where you are in your sobriety. And when you are dishonest with me about your sobriety, you know what that tells me? That tells me you need to be in somebody's inpatient treatment. So you're going to inpatient treatment because of you. All you had to do was take the UA instead of sabotaging the UA test. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. 21 CR 5216, State of Texas versus Delphina Spiller. Can our parties announce for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense.
Valerie Headland.
And are you Ms. Spiller?
Yes, I am.
Showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Are you the same Delphina Spiller who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 5216 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on September 10th, 2021 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, that's me.
State?
Violated condition number 5 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Delphina Spiller did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of July and August 2022 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State?
Your Honor, we waive and abandon the other violations alleged.
Any objections?
No.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, I do.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, I do.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Judge, there's not a proposed agreement. We were going to recommend 5 years. And I believe the defense would like to ask for an alternative to that, Judge.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, without going into so many details and background on this, and certainly not to offer excuses, Your Honor. I did meet with Ms. Spiller for a long time last week. She has had some serious health issues starting about the time that she did last reported to probation. And it had her in and out of the hospital from around June, July of 2022. September, they finally diagnosed her. And then she went septic and went into the hospital for 3 weeks in November. I don't think she was in a right frame of mind at all. I did ask her, why didn't you just pick up the phone and call?
And here comes testimony that could seriously impact how the court views this case. The probation officer isn't talking about a single argument anymore. He's describing what he believes is a pattern of behavior. Courts pay close attention when supervision officers discuss accountability because they're the people monitoring compliance day after day. Notice how the conversation shifts from one incident to a broader concern about decision-making and personal responsibility. That's often when judges become much less willing to give the benefit of the doubt.
Call probation, call the court. She was eventually picked up because, well, she was in Spring Branch. And then after she resolved some of the medical issues.
Was she supposed to be in Spring Branch?
No, Your Honor. Her mother-in-law lives in Spring Branch with her children. And her mother-in-law was administering the IV antibiotics and everything that she was going through. And her mother actually has custody. Is it one daughter or two? Just one daughter. Because of a very serious incident that happened with her eldest daughter in 2017. Ever since that date, I think Miss Spiller's life has spiraled out of control.
And has she picked up any new offenses since
That's
she
the
was?
problem. She has 2 new, excuse me, number ones out of Comal that are for misdemeanor charges that are from September of 2022, all along the same kind of time frame.
And what are those charges?
I think fraud, use, possession,
Failure to identify.
failure to ID. There's an offense report in the summary.
All right, and so she has fraud use, and I will tell you that in this plea bargain agreement with the case, they took into consideration fraud use cases. And so I have before me a person who's not reporting and is alleged to have picked up new fraud use cases and didn't pick up the phone and call probation.
Yes, Your Honor. She knows not to just stand before you and make excuses or say it's a mistake. She knows that. But in the Comal report, at least, she was with a person that got charged heavily with other items and issues, and she was coming out of the Tractor Supply. So there's a paragraph in there that addresses her. The majority of the report is for the person that she was with.
All right, the person she was with, does he have criminal charges?
I would imagine so, based on that.
And she's not supposed to be around people who have criminal charges.
Yeah. I would ask Judge, this is her first MTR. And the charge is a 2nd-degree felony, her underlying from 4 to 200. It was 5 point something grams of meth at the time. So if that's any consolation, the other, I would beg that she be allowed to continue probation. At worst, revoke, sentence her for the conviction, so I think she's on the bird. And then place her back onto probation so that she can seek additional help and support. She is with her sister now, back in San Antonio. I think her sister is a good influence and is helping her. She also suffers from diabetes, Your Honor. She's having vision loss, so she can't read the paperwork that I give her. She had a doctor's appointment scheduled for July 27th that she missed because she was taken into custody on this case. That's why I asked the court to bring her a little bit quicker. So, I would just ask that she not be sentenced to TDC. I realize there's not really an alternative placement for her, like treatment, because she has charges pending in Comal that I can't really do anything. I don't have any influence in those cases. So we're just asking the court to, if at worst, sentence her, revoke her, but put her back on probation since she's never been to TDC.
All right, Ms. Spiller, there are consequences for actions. I am going to grant the motion, find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $500 fine, time and money rent concurrent. If you would like, I can ask that you be placed in the therapeutic community. I have no jurisdiction for you to be placed in the therapeutic community. You'll have to ask for it as well. But the therapeutic community is helpful in any type of drug issues that anyone may have. Would you like me to request the therapeutic community?
Yes.
All right, I'll request the therapeutic.
This may be the most important moment of the hearing. The judge reveals that her initial reaction to the report was to consider a motion to revoke probation altogether. Instead, probation requested a compliance hearing, effectively giving the defendant another opportunity to correct course. That's a significant break. The message couldn't be clearer. This is a warning, not a victory. If you were in the judge's position, would you continue giving chances, or would repeated problems justify harsher consequences?
Community. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
I did.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand? Because this is I'm sorry, you need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. You're gonna have to do better, okay? All right, thank you. 22 CR 0491. State of Texas versus Jeffrey A. Adames. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Travis Banks for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Jay Moritz, Your Honor, from Mr. Adame.
And are you Mr. Adame?
Yes, ma'am.
Is your last name Adame or Adames?
Adames.
All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Jeffrey A. Adames who was placed on community supervision for the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation on February 23rd, 2022 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Violated condition number 28 on or about the first day of May 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Jeffrey A. Adames, did then and there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, or instructions of the Lifetime Recovery Substance Abuse Treatment Facility, and that the defendant prematurely departed the program without permission in violation of condition number 28.
And Bashan, he's going on 28. To that, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
State?
And the state would waive and abandon the further allegations.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of 28, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 5 years in the prison and up to a $1,500 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of 28?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, any objections to the waivers of the other?
The hearing ends with the defendant remaining on probation, but the judge adds close monitoring, a return court date, and a requirement to get the ordered GPS installed. More importantly, the court repeatedly emphasized accountability, problem solving, and respect for supervision officers. This wasn't just about one email or one argument. It was about whether the defendant is learning from probation or fighting against it. If you found this case as intense as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful courtroom breakdowns.
Or allegations in the motion?
No, Judge.
All right. Is there a recommendation?
Yes, Judge.
Recommendation and the agreement of the parties should be, Your Honor, choose to accept it, is to deny the motion and alter and amend the defendant's conditions for SATIF with aftercare. And have the defendant complete that drug treatment.
All right, is that the
Yes,
recommendation?
my understanding is that it was held in abeyance if he didn't comply, and that he is agreeable to it and wants that treatment, Judge.
All right, probation?
Yes, Your Honor. The recommendation would be for static with the aftercare, and if he does not want to do that, I recommend revocation.
All right, you'll raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Jeffrey Allen Adamas.
All right, why did you leave lifetime recovery?
My father was diagnosed with brain cancer. I had to help because I get disability retirement. So he was gonna lose his house. So I decided to, my two brothers weren't working. So I decided to leave so I can use my disability retirement to help him out with his, till he had the surgery. And then when he went to recovery in Universal City, he started the recovery. My brothers got a job, so I was able to leave. And I was working on trying to get some money so I could turn myself in, which I did in the 13th of last month.
Yeah, why don't you pick up the phone and call probation and say, my father has cancer and I need to help him?
I freaked out. I mean, I was just, I was just real distressed. I mean.
No, how old are you?
I'm 50 years old.
No, it's easy to pick up the phone and say, my father has cancer, I need to go help them. And then if probation would have said, no, you can't do that, then you know what would have ended up happening? I would have got an email from probation and they would have sent it to me and said, his father is ill, he would like to go be with his father. And then you know what I would have said? Have him come in and we would have discussed it. And maybe I would have let you take care of issues with your father. You are on probation. Probation is a contract. So even though your attorney, the state and probation is saying SATA, I could still say I'm sending you to prison for 5 years.
I understand.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So now what has happened? You're still in the same situation you are. Now you're starting all over. When lifetime recovery, you probably would have been finished with it by now. Now, instead, if I follow this agreement, you're going to be in custody and wait for transfer to SATA. All because you don't pick up the phone and call anybody. And lifetime recovery and all of these treatment programs are supposed to teach you how to deal with your problems. And dealing with your problems are not supposed to be, I'm not going to follow the rules, I'm going to throw my hands up. What if I had a problem and I said, in the middle of this, I have a problem and I just leave, I don't tell you guys anything. And everybody just sitting around here like, what happened to the judge? What's going on? If someone had called me right now with an emergency, if my mom or somebody would call and say, it's an emergency, we need you back home, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, everyone, excuse me for a moment. I'm going to get on the phone. I'm going to call the powers that be and say, I need a judge. I have to leave. I'm going to tell everybody here, everyone, I'm sorry. I need to leave. I need to get a flight. I need to work on that and go home. I'm not just going to leave. And then everybody's like, what do we do now? And in your case, when you just drop off the face of the earth, you know what the what do we do now is? File a motion to revoke. All right, how much longer did he have in lifetime recovery? Will lifetime recovery accept him back or no?
Your Honor, that would be something I'd have to research.
All right, so this is what I'll do. If you want, I will sentence you to prison for 2 years, or I will send you to SATA. And if lifetime recovery will accept you back, then it'll be lifetime recovery if they accept him back. If they won't, he'll go to SATA.
At this point, I really don't think lifetime recovery would be the best option. I think he would need something a little more structured.
All right, so it will be SATA. So you can go to prison for 2 years, or either you can go to SATA. Which would you prefer?
Satisfied.
All right, I'll deny the motion. alter and amend conditions.
Yeah.
To include SATA. Followed by aftercare. And I'm gonna want the UA hotline upon release. And that's to be until further notice. Is there anything else you need from the court so that I won't see you back up here again with the motion to revoke? Probation, is there anything else he needs? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Please subscribe to help the channel.